everybody, and happy Trials of Osiris Day to one and all. If you did miss my initial gameplay of the Trials of Osiris, where I'm showing the full entire game with an insane comeback, I will leave a link in the description, as well as links to all of the brand new Crucible maps that I managed to play while I was at Bungie. Now for this video, we're gonna be getting a little serial. We're gonna be talking about team setups. So as you guys may already know by now, when you enter the Trials of Osiris, you're going to be picking a team of 3. So obviously your team of 3 is going to be important. You're going to be going up against other pre-made teams of 3 that I'm sure have thought about their strategy, the armor that they're using, and the classes that they're taking in. So I am fortunate enough to be able to watch a lot of Trials of Osiris gameplay. I've definitely seen a lot more than the average person or the average YouTuber, I guess, and I'm super happy that I was able to. It's like watching esports. Every time I look at it, I'm just like, oh, I need popcorn. I need popcorn for this. And with that, me watching all these Trials of Osiris games, I have been able to really take note as to what I think would be really strong when it comes to making your team for the Trials of Osiris. So I'm going to be sharing some team setups for you guys. I'm not just going to be sharing my ultimate team setup. I'm going to be providing ones for more defensive teams, more aggressive teams, people that are very comfortable with their gun skill, people who are less comfortable with their gun skill. So I'm really trying to cover all the bases in this video. So without further ado, let's hop into my first team setup. My first team setup consists of 1 Radiance Fireborn Warlock and 2 Gunslinger Hunters. This is definitely for people that are a lot more comfortable with their gun skill and they like to be very aggressive. 2 Gunslingers are basically 2 free rounds, as long as you make sure that you use your golden gun not in the same round. That would be very bad. That's a waste of a super. So basically, the whole strategy behind this team setup is that you have 2 Gunslingers, which can basically win 2 rounds for you just straight off the bat, even if they only kill 1 person with their golden gun, because when you pop golden gun, the enemy can hear it and usually they will run away. But even if they only get 1 kill with that whole golden gun super, you guys can push up and win the game. So that's basically 2 rounds that you're going to be able to win pretty easily. The gunslinger can pop their golden gun and pick people off from a distance. You guys can push and win the round. Now, the reason for the Radiance Warlock is because of Fireborn. Of course, it's elimination. Anyone that can come back from the dead and possibly salvage the match is gonna be a good thing. So you definitely want to have a Fireborn Warlock on your team, I think, no matter what. Now that's not saying that it's overpowered, it just basically gives you a get out of jail free card. If your team messes up and you all end up dying, you have that extra chance of salvaging the match, coming back and winning the game. Fast revive armor is going to be incredibly important in Trials of Osiris. I would always put it on the Radiance Warlock because that's someone who's going to be in situations where they have to revive their teammates fast. In the gameplay that you're watching, the reason that I went for the revive was because it was super fast, and it's definitely a lot better to secure the revives than trying to get that kill by yourself and be the superhero and save the match by just killing everyone. It's a lot better, it's a lot more secure of a strategy to get up, use your Fireborn, and then go around reviving people. For your Gunslinger Hunters, you obviously don't need to be using Acleophage Symbiote. I don't know if I said that right. I don't think I ever do, but whatever. You don't need to be using that because there's only 3 people on the enemy team, so having a 4th shot in your golden gun is not very useful. There's definitely more useful things. In my opinion, Young Ahamkara's Spine, which makes your trip mines last longer, could actually be pretty good in this game mode, just because then you can throw down your trip mine and leave it over that person's body. So then they have to be in a situation where they have to shoot the trip mine to get to that person, or they have to wait it out. And that gives you guys time to rush in there and kill them. So you're putting them in a situation where they're having to choose one or the other. Do I wait? Do I shoot it? What do I do? And while they're thinking that and they're confused and they're stressed out, you can run in there and kill them all. So I think that Young Ahamkara's Spine could actually be useful, but I would say that your gunslingers running the Alpha Loopy chest, which makes them revive people faster and they also get revived faster, is very useful. They don't really miss out on anything by equipping that exotic, so it's perfectly fine for them to run that. If you do have 2 hunters running the Alpha Loopy chest, then you as the Radiance Warlock don't need to be running like Light Beyond Nemesis, you can use the ram. If you get the ram, you use the ram. It blinds everyone around you when you come back from the dead, which is going to be pretty freaking awesome in Trials of Osiris. Now for this same team setup, but a little bit more defensive, you can take out a gunslinger and put in another Fireborn Warlock. This is obviously going to be a little less aggressive, and instead of having 2 matches where you can basically win for sure by popping a golden gun, you have 2 times that you can come back from making a mistake. So it's the same kind of strategy, the same thing, but instead of being super aggressive and running in there with your supers and killing people, you're saving them for when you die. So you can use that. Either is fine, whichever your team is comfortable with. This is my personal favorite team setup, either 2 Radiance Warlocks and a Hunter, or 2 Hunters and a Radiance Warlock. That's just my opinion though. I want to stress that's just my opinion, and it's from me playing a little bit of Trials of Osiris and me watching a lot of Trials of Osiris. So this can obviously change when people are adapting to the Fireborn Warlock and they're just adapting to different ways of playing, but at the moment I think that this setup is pretty freaking strong. But if you are a Titan, I hear you saying, where are Titans? Are they just completely useless? No, sir. No, they're not. If you want to play the defensive style, you can put in a Defender Titan. Take out a Radiance Warlock, put in a Defender Titan, because the Defender Titan's bubble is actually very, very useful in Trials of Osiris. Picture this scenario. You're the last person alive. You're a Defender Titan. You got your bubble ready. You're running around trying to lose the enemy team to get to your team members to revive them. You pop down your bubble. That's a free revive. So Bubble Titans are definitely very good. You can also use it when the enemy has heavy ammo to protect your team from the rockets that they're going to be shooting at you guys. Plus, with Blessing of Light, your team can leave the bubble with an overshield, and when you guys get into a gunfight with the enemy team, they're going to be trying to chip away at your overshield while you're actually getting damage down on their real health. So Bubble Titans are definitely super awesome in this game type. If you're a Titan and you like to play defensive, do not fear, there is a team for you. Now, just to mention Void Walker Warlocks, I hate saying that. It's so Void Walker Warlocks. It's so hard to say. If you say it fast, trust me, it gets very difficult. Just to talk about them, I think personally they are the least useful, and the reason that I say that is because sure, they're gonna be awesome if you're against the team that likes to stay together. But if you're in a team that likes to split up, you're going against people that are trying to flank you, they're having one person go to the left, one person go to the right, you can only get 1 kill with your super, which is fine, but I just think there's other things that are better. If you're gonna play a Warlock, in my opinion, you should be playing a Fireborn Warlock. And now just to mention Striker Titans and their role in playing the Trials of Osiris, they're actually a perfect counter to the Fireborn Warlock strategy, because if you hold onto your super for when one of them decides to come back from the dead, you can kill them instantly, and of course with the extra health that you have, the extra damage that you can take when you are doing Fist of Havoc, you're not gonna die, so you can take them out. If that's the strategy that the team is running, you can definitely take them out very easily with the Striker Titan. Not to mention, if you are wearing an armor like the Armamentarium, you get 2 lightning grenades, and lightning grenades can be incredibly good to not only cover ways of people getting to you, so you can cover a choke point, but also if you get someone down, you can throw a lightning grenade on their body, much like you would with a trip mine for the Hunters. So I would say that Striker Titan play a pretty similar role to the Gunslinger Hunters, but they're just a direct counter to the Radiance Warlock. Of course, a Gunslinger can pop the golden gun and then kill the Radiance Warlock, but that takes time. What a Titan can do is be like, oh crap, he came back from the dead, Fist of Havoc, boom, you're dead, and you win the round. So it's definitely a direct counter to the Radiance Warlock strategy. So just to recap really quickly, because I know this has been a long video, I could talk about strategy in Trials of Osiris for like 30 minutes, so trust me, this is a short video compared to what I could have done. But just to recap, having a Radiance Warlock I feel is incredibly important. It gives you a get out of jail free card. Having people with fast revive armor is really important. In my opinion, you should have 2 people running it. The 2 people who won't miss out on equipping another exotic should be running it, in my opinion. And my personal favorite team setup would be 2 Gunslingers and a Radiance Warlock, but you can obviously adjust that based on what I've said in this video for the class that you like to play, how comfortable you are as a player, how aggressive you are, how defensive you are. Okay, I managed to make it not a 30-minute video. Good job, me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little preview of team setup strategy guides. If you want to see more Trials of Osiris gameplay, there will be a link in the description. If you want to see new gameplay of the brand new Crucible maps, those links will also be in the description. I love you guys. It's about to get super awesome, and I'll speak to you later. Bye.